Hello, I'm your host, Giselle Gamby, and this is the Intuitive Pull podcast. First of all, I want to say thank you to the community of listeners because there have been breathtaking ripples that have occurred from listening to this podcast, and I'm excited to be witness of many, many more. This year, I'm dedicating this podcast to the theme of 2023 being a breakthrough year. No matter how successful, fulfilled, and happy we are, and the truth is that sometimes we're not, we all have thresholds we've placed on ourselves on how loving and powerful we've allowed ourselves to be. Following the intuitive pull does not negate our vulnerabilities and our humanness. Oftentimes, following the intuitive pull asks us to see our blind spots and to bring what has been in the shadow to light. And when we do, we can see that being fully human is in fact the precursor to remembering that we are infinitely greater than this mortal body, that we are infinitely connected beyond this time and space, not in spite of our humanity, but because of the intricate weaving of all aspects of our precious humanity. When we take responsibility and remember that you have the power to decide what you choose, and we fuse that with a letting go of control and surrendering into the plans that you didn't make, there is nothing that you cannot transform. My wish is that you see that the deeper you go, the greater your wealth in all ways, and that authenticity is always profitable. Have fun! Hi, Intuitive Pull community. This is probably the world's speediest, miniest episode. I actually was compelled to record this episode this morning before I head to Kenya for the next 2 weeks this afternoon. I was compelled to record this episode for the Intuitive Pull community because I want to bring what's going to happen in Kenya. I want to bring it to you. And I have an assignment for you if you wish to take it up. And the assignment is to have an intention and an experience whereby you experience more creative flow than you ever have over the next 2 weeks. To have an intention and an experience, therefore, where you will experience more creative flow than you ever have before. This is what is going to happen in Kenya. We have been doing the work that we would normally do on retreat. We've been doing it even before getting to Africa. The breakthroughs have already happened. We have shifted from fear to love already. We have experienced those miracles. And sure, there are always more shifts to be had from fear to love, of course, probably till the day that we die. But the biggies around core wounding, the biggies around what was in our blind spots, it has happened. And absolutely, there will be some vulnerability, and that will be absolutely beautiful and perfectly welcomed. And this retreat's agenda is to experience more creative flow than we ever have before. Now, how do we experience more creative flow than we ever have before? Well, we do the cleaning up that needs to be had, so we've got spaciousness within us. We have the intention to experience more creative flow than ever before. We have the intention to experience that level of momentum and that quality of momentum. And here's the thing that I want to share. Intuition breeds intuition, which breeds more intuition, which breeds more intuition. Very, very quickly, I had a 17-minute recorded message sent to me by my darling friend Arthur yesterday, who had just finished his retreat. And we had coached together for 3 years, I think, up until last year. And he graciously sent me this voice recording to acknowledge that the intuitions that I have had, including having this podcast called The Intuitive Pull, have bred so much goodness in his world, and in particular in that retreat. And when I was hearing him talk about, the web that we've weaved together, what I saw was intuition bred intuition, which bred more intuition, which bred more intuition. And that's what I'm taking to Kenya on retreat here with me this afternoon. The people that will be there, the spaciousness that is within them. Now we have the ability to go quiet. And in that quietness and stillness, we can hear. And the volume of our intuition is now very audible and has no static or very little static. And so as one person will receive intuition, I know it will breed another person's intuition, which will breed another person's intuition, and so on and so on and so on. So this is my offering to you. You're not coming to Kenya with me, I imagine. Well, some of you are. But for those of you who are not coming to Kenya with me, I wanted to really create this episode for you this morning, which actually isn't as many as I thought it was going to be, so that you can have the experience. Even though you're not with us, you can have the experience of incredible momentum and more creative flow than you ever have had before, by cleaning up whatever needs to be cleaned up, and then by going quiet and listening and receiving intuition after intuition after intuition, and of course acting upon that, of course. So I will probably see you on the other side of Kenya, unless I get inspired to, which I probably will, to record over there. And I wish you well, and all my love to this incredible community. And I love when I hear from you. I love it when you tell me what's been going on because of what you've heard on this podcast. So please do me that favor and let me know, because it really does warm my heart. Thank you. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. Hey guys, if you love this podcast, I have 2 requests. Number 1, sign up to the newsletter, which you can find in the show notes. Sharing is one of my superpowers, and there is only so much that I can share through the medium of podcasting. And I have very big plans this year to be radically generous to you. So sign up to that newsletter, where you will be able to receive a whole lot more that I trust will be super valuable to you. And number 2, I'm a massive referrer of the people I love to the people I love. Please share this episode or podcast with the people you love, and let's create some more breathtaking ripples of impact.